What is going on, guys? My name is Ben. How are you guys doing today? What I have for you today in this video is a review of the Armorsuit Full Body Skin Protector for the Samsung Galaxy Note 4 right here. Now, you guys have seen a video I've done, I would say about maybe 3 or 4 months ago, where I did an installation. Actually, gotta be more than that, but I did an installation of the IQ Shield Full Body Skin for the iPhone 5, and it's a similar product compared to Armorsuit right here, except this is a different brand. What this is basically a product that you can apply onto your device and just basically protect it from scratches. Now, this is more likely for people who are very careful with their device and do not require a case but still want some sort of protection for it, so there are no scratches on it whatsoever. It's basically like a screen protector, but for the whole body of your device itself, not just the screen itself. Now, which is very transparent and formulated against UV for like any yellowing effect. And so that's basically what it is. And plus, this stuff is really tough, and it doesn't matter which brand or what brand you buy it from, whether it's Invisible Shield, Clear Coat, Bodyguards, IQ Shield, you name it, Armorsuit in this case. It don't matter which one. They're all very tough. They all work the same way. The companies just have a different way of making them, but other than that, they're pretty much the same material, and it's also have some self-healing techniques right here, which is pretty interesting. And I've used this kind of product before, obviously not from the same brand, of course, but I like that one for the iPhone 5. It worked very well. I mean, I did notice some peeling up here and there, but that's because, you know, that's just like over use. As you're using it, it kind of just gets worn out, and then, you know, it depends on what kind of activity you're in, and that's how it's going to work. Without further ado, let's get started with the review. So this is basically how it comes packaged right here. It basically comes in this long box right here, and then of course it's basically just like folded a little bit, but not completely. Basically just rounded packaging right here. And this is how the protection skins come in. They come in on these little sheets right here, and you basically you actually have to do something before peeling those off. Now, I did not use all of them right here, which is basically the sides, because while using this product, I did rock my eye blazing case right here. So I was using this in combination with a case right here. Now, as I stated before, you know, this is pretty much for people who don't want a case on their phone, but they also want some sort of scratch protection. Me, I try to get both of them due to the work environment I'm in on a daily basis, and so therefore, like, I want the scratch protection, but I also want some drop protection in case if something were to happen to it. So let's take a look at what I didn't use here, which is actually the sides right here. Now, if you notice, over here has a cutout for the IR blaster right here, which is located right here. And then there was a cutout for the microphone, as you can see right there. It's kind of hard to see it in the shadows right here, but cutout for the microphone, cutout for the headphone jack, and then there was a cutout for the volume buttons right there. Here's the cutout for the sleep wake button right here, and then of course here's the bottom piece right here. And I actually did use one right here, which is for the S Pen, so it had a cutout for the S Pen right here, cutout for the microphone, cutout for the micro USB port, cutout for the other microphone, and that's pretty much it. So I did not use the sides because I know that the sides are going to get worn out pretty fast if I keep using my phone with the case in there. So I pretty much decided not to take the sides off just yet. And then of course they give you guys a little document right here, so you can check out their instructions in the actual video, so you can actually see how they installed this thing. I did not do that. I just did it on my first try with no instructions. Which, you know, if you're pretty good at it, you'll get the hang of it. Me, I did it I think maybe 2 or 3 times with the iPhone 5, because that stuff was removable and you could reply it on there if you wanted to. And then of course, this is a little different compared to the IQ Shield I had. So you guys remember the IQ Shield basically gave you a tray where you had to put the body skins and submerge it into the liquid. This is different. I actually had to spray this solution right here on the adhesive side of the protector here itself. Of course, you get the microfiber cloth right here and the squeegee right here to ease out the air bubbles, or to squeeze out the air bubbles. So yeah, I did not have to mix soap and water like I did with the dishwashing soap. It turns out that soap did work fine. Other than that, the stuff pretty much worked, and the same thing goes for this. Use the same solution right here, and that's pretty much it. Now, normally with these kinds of products, I'm not sure if this is the same for every company, but so far I've dealt with IQ Shield. I basically have a lifetime warranty, and I bought that stuff off of Amazon. If you guys remember in that video, for those of you guys that haven't seen it, go ahead and head back to take a look if you guys were curious. But basically, it had a lifetime warranty. I contacted the company just to make sure on something, and they sent me another one, which they didn't have to, but they did anyway. So I have another one with me, and I did not do it with this company yet, but I'm thinking the lifetime warranty process may be a little bit different, because I did notice that they did give me an extra sheet right here. Now, this is what I feel is compartment paper, because I remember Invisible Shield did this back then with the iPhone 3G and 3GS, or actually before the 3GS. I don't recall if they still do these today, but I think in order for you to get a free replacement, if you want to take advantage of the lifetime warranty, you have to put your old skin back onto the parchment paper right here, and then you send it back to the Armorsuit, and they'll give you a new one. Or it could be the other way around, where they give you the new one, then they want to take your old one back. So I did not see in the packaging right here on what that paper does or what it's for. It probably said something, but I missed it, but I'm pretty sure this is it. So if I ever have to take this off, I will put it on here just to have a place to save it, because believe it or not, these are actually reusable. This kind of product is reusable. I mean, compared to most screen protectors out there, like your regular screen protectors, they're not always gonna be removable, and then you can reuse them again. Pretty much you remove it, and then you're pretty much done with it, unless if you take the time to get out all the dust and any debris out there. But that process to me is just tedious, and why bother when you can just put a new one? This one, you don't have to. I mean, you can pretty much just wash it off if you want, as long as you keep putting this stuff on there. And yes, that's what the solution is right there. Alright, Bodyguards, Clear Coat, Invisible Shield, they use these. Some people don't. They use the tray method, like the IQ Shield. That's the only one I've seen with the tray method, but that was actually the first time I ever saw that kind of method. I was looking for the one with the spray bottle, but they gave me the one with the tray. So, let's take a look at the product right here. Now, I'm going to jump to the back first, just to show you guys how it looks. So, here is the back of my Galaxy Note 4 right here, and I do apologize for the shadow right here. I don't know how that screen went on. I must have gotten a notification, but as you can see, the back of the Galaxy Note 4 has never been shiny before, because it was a matte finish on the back right here. Now, because I applied the back protector right here, it's got a glossy finish now. Therefore, you can see my ceiling light on the glossy finish itself. Alright? I wish I had good lighting, but unfortunately I don't have that with me. So yeah, you can. It actually feels very nice, very smooth, very solid. Obviously, I can't feel it on the sides because I didn't install it, but I'll definitely feel a difference if I were to put the sides on. Very smooth, and it's going to protect your phone from scratches. And as you can see, I am scraping it with my fingernail right now. If I were to put a scratch on it, more than likely it'll heal, but sometimes it won't. But no big deal, because there isn't any scratches being put on the phone. Therefore, I'm okay with it, because that's what this stuff is for. This stuff is for protection of your device right here. Now, only bad thing about this product that I noticed is I do have some sort of coloring, because take a look at my eye blazing case here that I reviewed about a month or two ago, where it's red. As you can see, the color is red. And if you look over here towards the bottom, it does show a little bit of red right here. So as you can see, it does start to put some sort of color right here. If you are, maybe if your pocket were to have like some sort of color that can actually catch onto this, or in this case, I have a case with a color on it, obviously, and then it basically, I don't know how that got on there. Maybe when my pocket was a little bit sweaty, and then my phone with the case on it got in there. Maybe the case might have sticked onto the body shield a little bit and kind of melted the color a little bit onto the shield itself. I mean, I don't notice any melting right here on my case, but I'm pretty sure that if I were to take this off, it's not on the phone itself, because I do notice that once you go to the very edge of the protector right there, that red stops. It does not even touch my removable backplate right here. And actually, what's nice about the Samsung Galaxy Note or Samsung devices in general that have this kind of feature is that since the backplate is removable, as you can see right here, the way I installed this was I actually took this back piece off while the piece I applied on the screen was drying, and then trying to work out let it work the air bubbles by itself. I installed this thing with it off of the phone. Had no problems with it whatsoever. I mean, I did have a little bit of lining up issues, just a tad bit, but it wasn't too bad. I was able to get it on just fine. And yes, I did slide my phone on the piece of paper here, but I'm not worried about it because I do have that protector right there. So it looks great. So does the front, except it has a little bit more damage to it than the back of it. And here's why. The one thing I really like about this protector is it really covers up the screen. I mean, I've seen protectors out there in the past, and companies still do this. I guess they do it to make it more friendly when it comes to using a case, but there are some cases where it would have no problems whatsoever, therefore I find it unnecessary. But some of the screen protectors would actually have a cutout for the home button right here, where it doesn't even cover underneath the home button. That goes the same for iPhones, Androids, doesn't matter. And also, even leaving the top near the speaker hole open. iPhones, Androids, doesn't matter. And to me, I don't really like that at all, because you're not really protecting the whole glass from scratches if you're just leaving those parts open. Now, I can understand why they're doing that if they wanted to make it user-friendly, if you wanted to use your phone on a case itself, because look what happened over here. My case kind of bunched up the top a little bit, therefore it kind of pushed it up. And it even did it on the corner right here recently. And then if you look underneath here, no problems whatsoever. Alright, the corner is just fine. I mean, nothing happened, but it does kind of lift up the sides a little bit here. And as you can see, it's not lined up correctly to the edge right there. It might have got stretched out before. And one thing I did notice right here, when I applied this stuff on, and I put the solution on, I used the squeegee to squeeze out the air bubble, I got a big gap right here. And you probably can't see that. Oh, well, you can kind of see it in the white light right there, but that's a big gap right there. Every time if I'm going to use my phone and touch the screen and I swipe it over it, I definitely feel that hump right there. That's the only thing, that's one of the things I don't like about these kinds of products, is that if you mess up once when you're trying to line it up and it kind of bunches up, you're definitely going to feel it. And the only way to fix that is you take the whole thing off, reapply the solution, put it back on, and then you try to, work out the bubbles, but not to do it too hard. I ended up doing it too hard, and look what happened. It lifted up right there, and I was thinking, oh, it lifts up, but it'll eventually sink down, because that's what happened to me on the IQ Shield before, and it did sink down, but in this case, it didn't. So I guess there's a certain way on doing it. I mean, I'm not going to say, oh, it's specifically done to Armorsuit, don't get it. No, because this product's amazing. You just have to like use it in a certain way, and just don't use a case on it, because that's pretty much the main reason for it, for why this kind of product is made. However, I got a case on it because of the work environment I'm in. If something were to happen to my phone, this thing's not going to protect it. What if I drop my phone, or if something heavy falls on it, if I have it on the table somewhere, or just keep it in my pocket, but you never know. Things could be bumping onto my leg, and then my phone's right there, and it gets hit. So that's why I have a case on it. That's why I did not put the sides on it. I know the sides work. I know they're going to protect the sides from discoloring, from scratches, from dirt, no problems whatsoever. But I don't want to ruin the sides. I want to keep those pieces until I really need them. So I just left them in the packaging for now. So, what do I plan to do with this? Am I going to do anything with it? Well, guys, before I say anything, I just want you to know that this stuff works. It works great. It feels good. It feels nice. And I wish that I can use my phone without that case. I'll be honest with you, I stopped rocking a case on my iPhone 5 ever since I got that IQ Shield stuff, because I did not like my OtterBox case for it, and I didn't buy another case for that iPhone ever since. I would have loved to do the same thing with the Samsung right here, because this Samsung feels great, and the phone's bigger, which makes it easier for me to hold, believe it or not. I mean, that little iPhone, it wasn't too bad, but it kind of felt a little bit slippery until I put that stuff on there. Even without the sides right here on the Galaxy Note 4, it doesn't feel slippery at all, and I'm pretty sure it's just going to add extra grip, well, a little bit extra grip if I were to put the sides on it. Now, I did mention that I did put that little protector for the S Pen right here, and actually let me take my S Pen out. And my phone vibrated, indicating that I took the S Pen out. So if you can see it right there, I did take it out, but it is a little bit yellow. It's not really white. You can see the shine to it, and you can't see it with the shadows, but it's a little bit yellow on the white right there. That's because when I was trying to put this on, I was being an idiot and actually tried to put it from the other side, because I thought that was the adhesive side. Turns out it wasn't, and then I flip it over, put it on, it stuck right there. So that was, not too big of an issue. It was just me not having any common sense at the time. So just keep that in mind, because that is a very small piece right here, and as you're dealing with smaller pieces, even the sides right here, from what I've experienced, they're the worst to deal with compared to the big pieces right here. The screen in the back, those feel great. You put the sides on it, take your time with those, and you don't want to get any liquid stuck into your ports right here. And if you see liquid that's about to go into your the button right here, make sure you take a cloth and then dry it off first. In fact, let me clean the phone up a little bit with my screen cleaner right here, and it's just to give you guys a close-up look at the protector itself. Oh, without all the fingerprints on there. And there's also some discoloring right here from my case, mostly near the top. Don't know if you can make it out with that picture right there, but there's a little bit of redness right there. And that's what this screen looks like. You guys can make out the picture like so. And what I'm actually going to do is take this off, because I'm going to leave the back on there, but I'm going to take the screen part off, because I mean, the screen part is great, and I would have loved to stick with it a little bit longer, but that hump is just really killing me, and I'm kind of disappointed that I have to take it off. But if I do ever want to use this thing again, if I decide to stop rocking my case at a certain point where I feel it's safe to do that, I'll just take it off of this parchment paper, put it on here, or sorry about that, guys. Or maybe I'll send this back to Armorsuit, or request for a new one, and then send the old one back to them if they do want the old one. And then what I'm actually going to put on after is this screen protector right here. I actually had 3 screen protectors in this package right here, so if I ever need a new one, I'll just throw this one on. But the problem with these is that they're a little bit smaller, Therefore, the cutouts, they do have those big, wide open cutouts that I don't like. But, you know, those will be covered up a little bit most of the time with this case right here as of now. And then until I stop rocking this case, hopefully I can get one of these guys back on here. And I've actually did this with the iPhone 5. Now I'm going to do this with the Samsung Galaxy Note 4 for the first time. So, without further ado, let's take a look to see how hard or easy it is to take this stuff off, because you'll definitely feel some sort of pressure when you're trying to take this one off. So let me just start from the top right here where it's really bent and just kind of work it up. You can see how, or you can hear how it's kind of like very tacky, or like how it's coming off. And this stuff is super sticky. Whoa, that was easier than when I did it with the iPhone. So here is the protector right here, and I'm gonna put it on. That's not it. I'm gonna put it on the paper right here, and just save it. Now, since I am touching the back of it, it does have fingerprints on there, but you can always like clean those off when you're reapplying the solution right there. So I'm gonna save that. I actually did bend that a little bit, huh? Well, I'll fix that later. I don't think I'm gonna reuse this one. If I wanted to put this stuff back on, and you can actually see a little bit more of the redness right here, around the edges right here, because the case did cover that. I actually like this, having the parchment paper, but here is my screen. It is clean. I got some little residue right there. That glass feels very nice, believe it or not. And let me take it off camera to make sure that we don't have any red markings on the glass itself. Nope. But I do have one little residue right there. I don't know if you guys can make that out, but let me take the my cleaning cloth here, try to wipe it. And there we go, it is gone. And I don't see any scratches whatsoever other than the dust that I have on my glass itself. Alright, so this stuff, I really did like it, and I will be using this again, hopefully, when I decide to retire from using a case. And in the meantime, I'm going to throw one of these guys on by Envelop. I'll probably do an install video of this, just to show you guys how to install a screen shield, even though it's pretty much self-explanatory, but this is on a different device compared to the iPhones I did before. So other than that, that's pretty much it. So what do you guys think about this product? And for those of you guys that have used this, no matter what device it is, whether it's an iPhone, it's an iPod, it's an Android, Samsung, Motorola, HTC, do you guys like these kind of products? Which brand do you have it from? You have it from Bodyguards, Invisible Shield, Clear Coat, anything different compared to what I have right here on Armorsuit? Did you like IQ Shield better? I'd like to see what you guys say in the comments down below. And would you go buy one of these? And I'll definitely leave a Amazon link to this because that's where I got it from. But I'll also leave a link to Armorsuit's website. I think I said Armor Shield before, but I meant to say Armorsuit. I'll leave a link to Armorsuit's website so you can take a look at what products they have or what skins they have for which product, so you can see if they do have something for your phone out there or device in general. And then if you see something you like, definitely shop around for the best deals, for on any website. So that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, rate, comment. Also check the description below for my social media links, Twitter and Instagram. I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.